I'm really going to try not to gloat this week. It's a 2 minute drill podcast. It's Jim Monaghan along with Chris Swendeman. Swendeman, I know you had a rough Sunday. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not okay. You know, it's there are so many things that went wrong with my Sunday, but none being, I for a little bit I had a glimpse, a little gleam in my eye of the Yankees beating the Red Sox and sending them home for the season to hold over your head. And then Sunday night football came along,
Well,
and my
listen,
undefeated Buffalo Bills got taken out by your New England Patriots and Drake May. I
oh,
mean, what happened? I don't even understand how this happened.
the Red Sox may be out of the postseason, but they sent everyone the blueprint for how to beat the Yankees. Get into the bullpen and hit the ball to Aaron Judge. I mean, and series is not over. I get it. They still have to play game 3, but the way this is going, this obviously, it's an understatement, overstatement, whatever. It's not
Right.
pretty.
No, it's not. And it's a brutal reality where they just basically skated by Boston, and then to come into this series, you really see how they stack up, and they don't stack up. Listen, they can turn it around and surprise me. Coming home, it's it's a great elixir for a lot of teams. Do I? They have not played well in Toronto. Do I see them really turning it around? I don't have much faith. I want them to. Do I see it happening? Realistically, I just don't think they have that much of a shot. And I just don't. I'm not impressed by what Boone has done in this postseason as far as, everybody's harping on it, but it's kind of true. It just he's not looked good against, both managers in these two series.
He got outmanaged by Alex Cora. The Red Sox just ran out
Oh,
of pitching. He got
th-
outmanaged by Cora. There's no question about it.
every which way, shape, and form. Your analytics, you can take them so far. There's got to be a feel, and you could just see Cora was one or two steps ahead of him every which way that entire series. Even though they lost, Cora outmanaged him, and it's not even a question.
So we turn to MetLife Stadium, and your former team, the Dallas Cowboys, come in for what felt like a home game with the amount of Cowboys fans who were there, and they walk all over the New York Jets. We haven't even gotten to Columbus Day yet, and the Jets season, for all intents and purposes, is over. And then your new team on Sunday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills, they go out and the game was sloppy in the first half. It really
It,
was.
it was
And
ugly.
somehow the Patriots pull off this win, and everybody's calling out Drake May, the second coming of Tom Brady. Let's take our foot off the accelerator a little bit, please.
Everybody take a breath. I mean, in reality, I I thought the most important thing for May was it. I don't think he really won them the game, but he didn't lose them the game. And the pressure wasn't too big for him. It's Sunday night going into Buffalo, a place very hostile, a big crowd, and he didn't falter. He didn't throw touchdowns, but he didn't throw interceptions. So you got to look at the important, but the comparisons I already heard. He's looking like a young Josh Allen. All right, let's hit the brakes.
Yeah, come on.
Let's relax. Give my boy J17 a little. I mean, he's a long way from that. But why can't he just be the first Drake May and be okay with that? Because you know what? He looked damn good doing it Sunday night.
I thought he had good footwork. I thought his
Yep.
release was quick. I thought he looked poised. A big, big difference from last weekend, to be sure. And I mean, the Patriots, listen, it was a good win for them. I don't know where they go from here with that. I don't know what happens with May. I think the Bills rebound. I don't think the Jets do. See how the Cowboys do. Meanwhile, Jaxson Dart era. Again, speaking of taking your foot off the accelerator, a week ago, everybody was saying, we've got our quarterback. And then yesterday, they get out to a lead, and Dart looks good. And then there are one, two, three, four, five straight possessions that end with some kind of a turnover.
It blew my mind that they made the New Orleans Saints defense look like the 85 Chicago Bears. I couldn't believe it. While I was watching, I mean, Darius Slayton may have had one of the worst games I've ever seen a wide receiver have. And, Dart looked like exactly what he is. He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. And you're going to have to live with that, Giant fans, right now. To me, I think he passes the eye test. I really do. I think he's got the moxie to play in this city. I think he brought something, an intangible to this team that they sorely needed. They needed a little attitude, and between him and running back Cam Scatterbo, I think both of them bring an energy that was sorely lacking for this team. But this is his rookie year, and he's going to make rookie mistakes, a lot of them. It's going to happen. Whether it was Drake May, Josh Allen, any of the great quarterbacks you see now, they had a rookie year, and most of them were brutal. Peyton Manning, you could say one of the greatest of all time. His rookie year, he was brutal for the Colts. So he's going to go through the ebb and flows. I just don't know if starting him when they're going into their hellacious 4 or 5 game stretch where they play the Eagles twice, the Broncos, and the 49ers, all amazing defenses. If that is going to be too hard for Dart to get through, but we're going to really see what this kid is made of over the next 4 or 5 weeks for sure.
Charlotte Carroll, who covers the Giants for The Athletic, made a really good point after the game in saying that while the Giants obviously didn't look good, a lot of it wasn't put on Dart's shoulders. Dart said, "This is on me." And she said, while you want your quarterback to be the one who stands up and says, "I've got this" type of attitude, when you don't have Malik Neighbors,
Yeah.
when you have Darius Slater going out with an injury,
Yep.
When you have that happening, all of a sudden a lot of things changes for this team.
It did. There are a lot of moving parts still in this offense. And remember, they do not have a good offensive line at all.
It was
Their
obvious
offensive
too.
line, it was on full display. I mean, he was running for his life. He does have some, a good set of legs. He runs well, but he needs time. And that unfortunately isn't afforded to him with the offensive line that they have. So he's going to get hit. He's going to rush the ball. He's going to make mistakes and throw interceptions. It's just the way it is when you're a rookie in the NFL. The game goes really, really fast compared to college. And until it slows down for him, this is going to be what you're going to look at. He's going to have ups and downs. He had a great week 1 versus the Chargers. Now versus New Orleans, when everybody thought he could win, he looked like a rookie. He's going to have games along the way where he looks really good, and other ones where you just want to cringe and open one eye and go, is it over yet? It's just the way it's going to be.
Speaking of being able to slow things down, let's take a look at a few other quarterbacks, most of whom we all know very well. One would be Daniel Jones. 4-1 with the Colts right now. After the Lions, they've scored the most points in the entire league. Where did that come from? I mean, you can hear Giants fans saying, how come we can't get guys like that? Well, part of the reason is because you ran him out of town, for one. And the other part of the reason is he wasn't very good here. How do you explain that resurgence?
Coaching. I'm going to take a line from a good friend of mine. It's got to be the coaching. Where have I heard that before? Oh, wait, that's you. Yeah. But it really, I think the system that they put around a player affects their play. And some are just late bloomers. You've seen it. You've seen Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, both happen to be Jets at one point, and that's a whole nother discussion. But Mac Jones couldn't succeed in New England with the team he had around him. Last year in Jacksonville, he filled in for Trevor Lawrence. He won them a couple games, and he looked really good doing it. Goes to San Fran, fills in for Brock Purdy, looks great doing it. Daniel Jones, went from Danny Dimes to Indiana Jones. Definite upgrade on the nickname, by the way. But I mean, looks great. But look at the team around him. He has one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. He's got an all-pro running back in Jonathan Taylor to take. He's got receivers in Michael Pittman and Josh Downs and their rookie tight end, Tyler Warren. That is all helping Daniel Jones be the quarterback the Giants thought he could have been. All things he didn't have as a whole when he was with the Giants. He never had an offensive line. So now he's able to develop and really show you what he has. And it's really been impressive.
I think of Daniel Jones and the expression that you would see on his face when he was with the Giants, and you just mentioned Sam Darnold, and all I can think of is seeing ghosts out there.
Seeing ghosts.
Right? Like you think
Yep.
about, I'm seeing ghosts out there. And that was the way Jones appeared to me with the Giants. Like that kid was done. And you look at what he's done. You look at what Mac Jones has done. You look at what Sam Darnold has done. And it's amazing what a change of scenery can do. Anthony Volpe.
It is. Hoping. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's amazing when you get the right opportunity in the right system and they put the right players around you, what these guys can do. So maybe it's not always, oh, we were wrong on this high pick. It's just the expectations were too high off the bat to come in and make an immediate impact. We've said it before. I've said it earlier. The NFL is a really fast game, and not everybody's learning curve is going to be the same. Daniel Jones couldn't keep his head above water when he was here because the offensive line was so bad. He was ducking and covering and running for his life at all times. How do you expect the guy to survive when he's just trying to keep himself upright? And he took some hellacious hits when he was here. So now that they have a real offensive line, he has a great running back and all the great pieces around him. Look what he can do when you give him some time and you give him a coaching staff that's going to surround him with the talent he needs. This is what can happen.
See, a little patience, just a little bit of patience. And in a world where there's a lot of noise, everybody has a podcast. Hello. Everybody's got a blog. Everybody's got Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and this, that, and the other thing. And we're all experts until we're not.
Exactly. And all of a sudden, everybody's got the NFL figured out until you don't. And this is just, these guys aren't, I hate the word retread because they're not. They took a longer time to develop. You call them late bloomers, but there is a reason they got drafted this high. All these scouts can't be wrong all the time. I mean, and say, oh, this guy was just a bust, a bust, a bust. You hear that term ad nauseum. And these guys can show you that maybe they just weren't in the right system at the time. And given the chance, they can succeed to what maybe not the expectations that were first put upon them, but they could be really good, serviceable quarterbacks.
Hey, I want to turn the tables a little bit and go away from sports. And I want to talk about something you and I were talking about before we came on. And that was the announcement that came on Monday. And we kind of thought this would be coming at some point.
Right.
But Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee in a studio together, just kind of joking around and saying, hey, we're going on tour. And I mean, once that hit social media, my timeline blew up. And I'm not a huge Rush fan. I'm really late to the party on them. It was when Geddy's voice came down off Helium that I really started to be able to hear Neil's lyrics and really appreciate how great they are. So again, I'm a little bit of a late bloomer, but I'm so excited about this. And I know you're a huge Rush fan.
I am. And I have, as I sit here with my Rush coffee, I have my coffee in my Neil Peart coffee mug. I'm so stoked for this. As soon as I saw it, something like just energized me at the fact that these guys are going to be going out on tour. Of course, it's without Neil. It was never going to be the same, but you know what? It's a celebration of the music. And Geddy and Alex together are magical. You see it in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
They're two best friends that make amazing music together. And to see them go out on tour, I thought they made a great choice with a female drummer. She is going to blow your mind, people. Wait till you see this gal hit the skins. Nobody's going to replace Neil. It's a no-win situation. But you know what? I think they did a great job with this. And, like some of the comedy's been spread on social media already. Congratulations to Getty and Alex for getting their first woman to go see a Rush show.
They're also talking about adding other musicians as well.
Right.
I think they're bringing a keyboard player in, which will allow Getty to play more bass. And as Alex said, the dance moves that we've worked on. And again, that
Yeah, that's a little
wonderful sense of
frightening.
humor.
Yeah, Alex has some of the best sense of humor and best, one-liners I've seen. But the chemistry between him and Getty, it's just there, and they want to be making music or playing music together. It's what they've done their entire lives together since high school. If you read Getty's book, the friendship of him and Alex goes all the way back to high school and making music together. They don't know anything else other than making music together. So you know what? This is going to be a celebration of the band. 50 something years together is what, they're calling it the 50 something tour. And it's going to be great. And I, for one, as a diehard Rush fan, I'm really, really looking forward to this.
And speaking of somebody being a diehard fan of something, Geddy Lee is a huge Toronto Blue Jays fan. So you know where he has been occupied over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I won't hold that against them.
All right, that wraps things up for the 2 minute drill for this week. You know the drill. If you like what we do, tell a friend. If you don't like what you do, well, tell an enemy, but please tell somebody, like, subscribe, thumbs up the thing, whatever that
Do
whole
all the
nonsense
thing,
is. Yeah,
do all the social media
do all the
things.
stuff.
Exactly.
And we'll talk to you in a week.
You got it, Jim. Have a good one.